Wonderstorm and Netflix revealed a whole host of new information at San Diego Comic-Con during the Dragon Prince's panel, and a brand new trailer was dropped shortly after. Buckle in, there's a lot to get through. I'm Welshie, welcome to Theory Pop. In the run-up to SDCC, the creative team behind the Dragon Prince have been dropping tiny tidbits of information for their new series. The names of the princes were revealed by Aaron Ahaz in a tweet, Callum being the eldest and Ezran being the youngest. He also confirmed that the elven assassin drew her power from the moon. Meanwhile, the official Dragon Prince Twitter updated their location to a place called Zadia. I believe Zadia is the name of the world, or at least the land, that the series will take place in. Giancarlo Volpe, Aaron Ahaz and Justin Richmond presented the Dragon Prince panel to an eager crowd at Comic-Con and introduced the cast for the three main protagonists. Jack DeSena will play the role of the elder prince Callum, Sasha Rogen will voice the Crown Prince and Callum's younger brother Ezran, and Paula Burrows will portray the Moonshadow Elf assassin Rayla. Accompanying this information, the Dragon Prince Twitter account revealed the first clear images of the characters. I really love these character designs, and the cel-shaded art style looks absolutely lovely. Meanwhile, for anyone fortunate enough to be present at the panel, they got to see an extended preview of the first episode. In the following Q&A session, the team fielded a couple of questions which gave us some insight into the development of the Dragon Prince, though they were cagey around a few subjects. The fate of Ezran and Callum's mother is not revealed, for example, as the team want to avoid plot spoilers. And though the state of LGBT relationships were avoided, again to avoid spoilers, the team apparently made it clear they wanted to create a diverse and inclusive fantasy tale. Netflix then released the trailer for the Dragon Prince after the panel, so those of us not at San Diego at least got to see some of the series in motion, and I have to say I really like what I've seen. The art style definitely feels inspired by the likes of Fire Emblem, using a cel-shaded 3D style for the characters, but that establishing shot of the castle right at the start of the trailer, that's what really gets me going. That gorgeous fantasy artwork setting up this world and the scenery we'll lose ourselves in, just absolutely wonderful. I could seriously look at that for hours. Just a couple of additional thoughts on that trailer. The shots of Callum walking down that corridor in the castle strongly reminded me of the classic Resident Evil titles. The way the camera position is fixed, looking down and slightly behind, I couldn't help but feel this is inspired by Resi 2. It's an effective tool of making the scene feel tense, especially since immediately after we see an elf assassin with drawn blades approaching the prince from behind. Two elves facing off on a moonlit wall. The full moon, as we know, is when these elves are at their strongest, so this could be the lead into a huge fight between Rayla and what I would assume is a commanding superior officer.
This may be the end.
Just what is the king referring to here? Is he referring to the end of the world, the end of his kingdom, or the end of the war? His tone is rather somber. This clip is a few seconds only, but the news doesn't sound particularly positive. We do get some very quick shots of action scenes, with Rayla charging and leaping over two human guards who appear to be protecting Callum. I think this is Rayla's assassination attempt on the prince. We then see Callum apparently using some form of magic, and wait a second, is Ezran holding a dragon egg? I think that's a dragon egg! The war definitely looks like it's in full swing here, with human soldiers charging across a volcanic landscape, and elven invaders battling guards inside the castle. The Glowtoad can use solar flare. Welcome to Dragon Prince Z. We get our first look at the dark magic, with two shadowy wolves leaping towards the camera. I think we're getting a good look here at an antagonist for the group, someone that will hunt the trio on their journey to stop the war and find the Dragon Prince. Elves fighting, very cool. Oh man, that dragon roaring atop the volcano, holy wow! Dragon big. Now I think this clip of the dragon is from the same scene as the soldiers charging across that volcanic landscape from earlier in the trailer. Because of the lightning that strikes as the dragon roars, I think this is the Dragon King named Thunder, and I also believe this scene is a flashback to the battle that ended his life. Overall, I've got a very strong positive feeling coming out of all of this. It looks like the team at Wonderstorm have created a great fantasy world with multiple races and its own history, and are building an epic story around our three protagonists against a backdrop of war. And, you know, dragons are totally my thing. All episodes will be released on Netflix on September 14th. I know what I'll be doing that weekend. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this summary of the new information for the Dragon Prince and my thoughts on it all. The link to the trailer is in the description below, or if you'd like to see more from me, you can click the lovely shiny box on the left, or subscribe to my channel by clicking my face up above. I'll see you next time.